I just got one of these for the first time yesterday. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. I can't stop. I've been doing it for hours. For today, I figured I would change things up a bit. Normally, I talk about my thoughts on cars, but I thought I would switch it up because recently I've been getting into like creepy things lately. I'm kind of concerned. But no, I've been getting into creepy things and some like conspiracy theories and like horror movies. I mean, I've always liked horror movies, but I've been getting like really into like ghost stuff, and I don't know why, but I think I'm starting to go a little crazy. And I thought I would give my thoughts on one of the biggest creepy mysteries that's out there, and that's aliens. Now, everyone has heard of aliens. They're, you know, thin, gray, have big heads with huge eyes, little mouths. Really creepy little fellas. You know, the UFOs, and there's UFO sightings and all that stuff. And that always creeped me out. I know a lot of it's fake, but it still freaked me out. You know, there's been movies made about it, like Signs is one of my favorite movies, and that gave me so many nightmares as a kid. So I've always been intrigued by aliens. You know, people think they're from another planet, people think they're coming, people get probed, and cows get abducted, stuff like that. And here are my thoughts on them. This is my kind of theory. This might be out there, but I haven't heard it yet. But my theory is that aliens might be from the future. Now let me explain what I mean by that. So as time goes forward, technology advances. You know, now there's cell phones, which is everything you need, like the size of your pocket, that's almost smarter than you are in a way. You know, there's robots that help us, there's, you know, cars, and there's planes and all this stuff. There's planes, trains, and automobiles. But seriously, you know, in the future, I believe that at some point time travel will be a thing. You know, that's been talked about in movies like Meet the Robinsons. That's the only one I can think of right now, but there has been talked about in movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. So I believe in the future that will be possible. So let's just say aliens are from the future, and UFOs are time machines. What if aliens aren't from another planet, or they're not from outer space? What if they're the future human race? Think about it, because if the theory of evolution is real, which I think a lot of people believe that, humans came from apes and from Neanderthals, I don't know how to say it. Whereas humans today have very like straight looking faces where it's just the mouth is a certain size, eyes are a certain size, and it's usually the same way around. Monkeys and apes and stuff like that, and Neanderthals especially, had much bigger mouths and smaller foreheads because they weren't as mentally complex as we are, so their brains didn't have to hold as much information. You know, when a lot of our food is cooked and stuff like that, so we don't need bigger mouths. A lot of people don't even have wisdom teeth when they're born. I was not one of the lucky few. I had to get mine removed recently. But no, a lot of humans have changed. You know, if we have evolved, we've changed. And our faces went from like this shape, where the mouths are huge and the head is small, to this shape. So what would the next logical step be? Probably a bit of a smaller mouth and a bigger head, because if technology keeps coming out and there's more stuff, more influences, and more input of information, we'd probably need a bigger space to hold all that, so a bigger head. So what's kind of shaped like this with a small mouth, bigger head? Aliens. So I know it sounds kind of crazy. I don't know if I even believe it, but think about it. If they're from a different planet, I would expect them to look like something from the movie Alien, where they have that giant like weird head, or they would have like all different kind of appendages and different body types. But the classic alien looks very similar to a human. 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, a mouth, a head, a torso, you get it. No tail, like it's very interesting. And that's what makes me kind of think it might be true. And think about it, like let's say UFOs are time machines and they're from the future. So obviously they must be able to time travel into the past. And I think the reason some people get abducted is because they want to see what their own race was like years ago. How humans used to be before they changed into what they are now, which is aliens, so to say. And they abduct people that and never kill them. I don't think I've ever heard of a story of an alien killing someone because it's their own race. They wouldn't do that. They just want to see how humans have changed, what's different about them. That freaks me out just talking about it. But seriously, and then they drop them back to Earth and it's like nothing ever happened. Or, in classic cartoons, there was always a cow that's getting abducted and lifted into the heavens by a UFO. And maybe that's because, as humans, we're consuming more and more, or we're using more and more materials. Maybe there's no more cows. Maybe there's no more animals. So they want to see how we used to eat. Because everyone knows the burger, everyone knows steak. That's all from a cow. Milk, dairy is from a cow. Practically everything you can think of has cow in it. So they probably took that and saw how humans were and how they got their materials. I don't know how it is in the future, if that's even a thing. But I don't know. That's just kind of what I think. When I think of alien now, is I think they could be from the future. There's a thing called the butterfly effect, which is where if you change one little action has a million tiny little reactions. Let's say you're in a club full of people, or let's say you can either have soda or you can have water, and you choose to have soda. But then later on in the night at the party you get sick, so you have to go to the bathroom. Well, while you're in the bathroom, let's say a serial killer pulls out a gun in the lobby or in the main part of the party and kills everyone there. But since you had the soda and you were in the bathroom sick, you survived. That's the butterfly effect. Changing one simple thing can have a whole different effect. And that brings me into the Mandela effect, which is not what this video is about. But, the Mandela effect is where everyone remembers something being one way, but it was actually a different way. Like some popular examples are the Berenstain Bears. Everyone remembers it being the Berenstain Bears, but it's actually Berenstain Bears. Or Sex in the City. It's always been Sex and the City. And I agree. That Mandela effect is a whole nother thing on its own. But maybe that's happening because aliens might have accidentally changed one little thing or done something different that had a subtle ripple that changed something. I don't know. But either way, I'm running out of storage on my phone to film this because I'm on a budget. So with that, I think I'm going to go. I hope you all enjoyed this kind of creepy-ish video. I might keep doing these on occasion. I'm not sure. I will be back to my normal videos soon. I just wanted to kind of make this because it's been on my mind lately, freaking me out. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go. I hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, peace out.